If you had to guess, which of these common foods contains the most sugar? A bowl of plain cornflakes, a baked potato, a banana, or a bowl of boiled white rice? A standard chocolate bar contains about 7.5 sugar cubes, but that plain bowl of cornflakes, it holds the equivalent of 8. The baked potato has 9, and a standard 150-gram serving of boiled white rice contains 10. These hidden payloads are becoming visible in modern clinics. Doctors are seeing an influx of patients in their early 20s with type 2 diabetes, a diagnosis once reserved almost exclusively for the elderly. This shift happened with startling speed. In 1986, young-onset type 2 diabetes was virtually unknown. In many practices, doctors could work for decades without seeing a single case in anyone under the age of 55. Today, we are often stacking sugar on top of sugar without realizing it. We wake up with cereal, have a muffin mid-morning, and eat a sandwich for lunch. Because these starchy foods don't taste sweet, we assume they are safe. Every time we sit down to a healthy meal of rice or potatoes, we are operating under an illusion about what we are actually putting into our bodies. To understand how a potato acts like a chocolate bar, look at the chemistry. Starchy carbohydrates are just glucose molecules holding hands. When eaten, digestion snaps those bonds. Within minutes, that non-sweet starch becomes pure, free-floating sugar, flooding the system. And that system is incredibly small. The average adult circulatory system contains exactly 5 liters of blood. This visualization shows the strict biological limit of that volume. To maintain a healthy blood sugar level, your body actively restricts the total dissolved glucose in your entire 5-liter system to the equivalent of one single 4-gram sugar cube. When a 10-cube dose of plain white rice hits a system designed to carry only 1, the resulting volumetric overload shatters the body's natural defense systems. High blood glucose is toxic, so your body triggers an emergency response. The pancreas aggressively releases the hormone insulin to act as a bouncer, forcing that excess sugar out of the bloodstream as fast as possible. That sugar has to go somewhere. The excess you don't burn for energy is converted into fat and packed deeply inside the liver. This leads to insulin resistance. Choking on stored fat, the liver stops responding. The sugar is left stranded in the blood, while the pancreas tries forcing the blockage open by pumping out higher and higher volumes of insulin. This hormonal overload carries a psychological price. These elevated insulin levels trigger intense hunger and carbohydrate cravings, locking patients into a clinical cycle of addiction to ultra-processed foods. Chronic overeating and rapid weight gain function as mechanical symptoms of an internal engine drowning in hidden sugar. The stakes are high. Every year with poorly controlled diabetes strips roughly 100 days off life expectancy. We are also seeing a widening gap between lifespan and health span. We are kept alive longer, but spend our final decades trapped in sickness and disability. Check your risk right now. Take a piece of string matching your height, fold it in half, and wrap it around your middle. If the string can't connect, your body is likely struggling with insulin resistance. Fortunately, the damage is highly reversible. By removing starches and prioritizing protein and healthy fats, up to 93% of pre-diabetics can successfully normalize their blood sugar levels. Changing your trajectory requires looking past colorful packaging and rejecting the marketing claims of the ultra-processed food industry. You negotiate your biological future at every meal, simply by choosing whether or not to see the hidden sugar equation on your plate.